welcome to my channel. I'm Sharon and this is Fun with Cross Stitch. Today is the 12th of November 2025. This is Flosstube number 97 and it's very early. It's only 7 o'clock in the morning. I thought I would get this one done early before it gets hot, and at the moment I'm at home by myself, so I've got the door open. You might even see Tiger this one. He was just out in the hallway, so hopefully he comes in and pays a visit. It's been a long time since you've seen Tiger. Well, welcome all my new subscribers. Oh, I'll get that right in a minute. Welcome all my existing subscribers and viewers. Thank you for popping along every fortnight and watching what I have to show, and listen to me ramble on every time. we get to the work, we get the work done, and then I end up seeing words are hard already. Then I seem to waffle on at the end. But that's it. That's the way it goes. Now, today we have some fully finished objects. I have 3 of them. I have a little bit of haul, and I have my whips, and we'll talk about the Big Bash game. Just one moment. My glasses have got like a spot on the front of it. It makes it very hard to see. I'll edit that out if I remember. If not, we'll just leave it in. Okay, so in the fortnight, I have worked on 9 whips and I have done 7,676 stitches. Now, in the last fortnight, between when I done my last Flosstube and when Big Bash started, the cricket game, if anyone's not sure what Big Bash is, it's a cricket game it's a 2020 that's played in summer in Australia. So that started a couple of days ago on Sunday. That started on Sunday. Today is Wednesday as my normal video day. So between the last video and Sunday, I stitched on my Christmas mug, Sal, because I'd had 4 mugs left to go. So I thought, yes, I've got it in for the Big Bash game, but I don't want to have too much so that I don't get it finished. So while I was waiting for Big Bash to start, I was stitching just on that. Now, I stitched 5,369 stitches in that 2 weeks. So what I did, I was working on the tree mug. So that was a start and a finish. So I got that completely done, which I will show you. And I also started on the Santa mug. So I got that one started and finished. So I completed 2 mugs, 2 mugs, which was good. Because the mug sale I wanted to get finished by the end of the year. That's why I've put it in Big Bash. And I thought, well, having 4 left, there's no way I'm going to get it done. So I thought, no, I'm just going to work solely on this, because Big Bash starts Sunday, and then I'll still work on my projects that I've assigned for the Big Bash game, so I'll still have plenty to show you. So let's show you what I've done. Okay. So there's the tree mug. I still reckon it all pops on this material. I love it. I love it. So I started and I finished that one. Could probably put some more snowflakes in, but the actual mug and everything is finished. And the other one was the Santa mug. Let's see where Santa is. And there's Santa down the bottom there. So that's the Santa mug. So they're the 2 that I got done before Big Bash started. So I thought I'd add them up separately, and that way you know what I've done beforehand, and Big Bash is separate. So that was 5,369 stitches just in those ones. And then Big Bash started on Sunday. Okay, so There's two teams that you have to stitch. Well, two teams that I stitch for. I'm stitching for the whole teams and all the wickets. Now you can choose just to stitch for one team. You can choose to stitch for the winning team, or just pick a couple of teams and just stitch when they play. But I've chose to stitch on all of them. Now the game one was on Sunday the 9th of November. It was between Brisbane Heat and Melbourne Renegades. Okay, so I won't be showing you this. Well, actually, I'll go down to the third game so I can show you this one now I've got it out. Okay, so the third game, which was still on the Sunday or Sunday night, it was between Sydney Sixers and Perth Scorchers. And Sydney Sixers won. They got 112 runs and 10 wickets. And Perth Scorchers got 109 runs and no wickets. So they done well with the wickets, but yeah. Okay, so they got 112 runs. So my challenge is 2 stitches per run. So I had to stitch 224, which I did on this one, Santa mug. Santa lady mug. Yes. I'm getting confused with all these different mugs, but yes, this is the one. So that's the one I started on. I did 224. Where is that one? And that one is there. So I've just got the base of the mug done. Now I have taken photos of all of these. My starting. See, I've only got one right up the top and then that one left to go, which I'm doing now, and that's it. That'll be the 12 mugs. So I've really enjoyed doing this one. This one I will get it framed, and whether it stays out all the time or whether I just bring it out and put it out at Christmas time. Just depends on where I'm going to put it and how much room there is, really. But that's the first one. Okay, so now I've got that one out of the way, we will continue on it as they come up. Right, so game one, which was Sunday morning, you had Brisbane Heat and Melbourne Renegades, and it was a pretty good game. We did watch it. It was a pretty good game. Now for Brisbane Heat, I've got Sewing Cats. Now Brisbane Heat got 133 runs and 9 wickets, and Melbourne Renegades only got 66 runs and 3 wickets, and that's because it got washed out. When the rain hits, if it gets washed out, they lower the run rates, not the run rates, the overs for the second team. Like normally it's 20 overs, they change it. They might bring it down to 10, they might bring it to 5. It just depends. Normally 10 though. It just depends on the weather, and we haven't had very good weather to start with. So that was 9 wickets for one, 3 wickets for the other. That's 10 wickets, and then 3 wickets. That's 13 wickets. So that's 130 stitches I had to do on Toy Shop as well. So okay, so for Brisbane Heats was Sewing Cats, and this is Sewing Cats by Soda Stitch. I'm stitching this on 28 count, 2 over 2. Now I've done this row here, this shelf. I haven't back stitched yet, so I've got to go back and back stitch. I've got to make sure I don't leave all the back stitch to last, because then it'll take too long. But I've started on this shelf, and I've started on this little kitty cat here at the moment. So I'll put a picture up of what it looks like before I started, and before I've stitched anything. I'm on 70. I wish I was on 70. I'm on 33.74%. Now I will put up pictures of before. This one I can show you the whole thing on here. Some of them I can't. That's the whole thing. So like I said, I finished the bottom shelf. Finished the bottom shelf. Just needs back stitching. And I've been working on this kitty cat here. So that's where I put the stitches in to get his other eye in. So I got 244 stitches. So loving this one. Like I said, 28 count. Now I made sure I took photos of everything out of the Q-snaps, so you can see a photo of before, and then I'm going to do a after photo when Big Bash is all finished, and then we can see how much difference and how much percentage I've made, so we know what the difference is, or well, so I know what the difference is. Yeah, so it just makes it easier. Let me tell you this. Sewing Cats, I got the 266 on, and I'm on 35.10%. Okay, so they played Melbourne Renegades, so that one was breaking free. Now, this one was on 17.33% before I started. Put a photo up of the whole thing, and Tiger decided he wanted to join in. So he got in the picture too. So let's look at Tiger. Now, they got 66 runs, and because I'm doing 2 stitches, I have to do 132 stitches. So this is where it is now. Now, I've just stitched in this part here. So what I'm going to do is, if I don't need to take the Q-snap, I'll leave it on, and over the Big Bash, I'll just stitch in the Q-snap. So this one, I want to try and get the bottom of the snow globe part done and bring it up. But I really love getting back into this one again. It's got a bit of cry neck in it, so it does sparkle a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. So I got the stitches in that I needed for that one. Now we'll start getting back into doing some more bags. I've got all the material cut out. I've just got to sit the sewing machine and get cracking and sew them up. Okay, so that, well, I better show, I'm way out of whack today. Let me show you what it's supposed to look like. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. This is Breaking Free by Ciro Marchetti. It's done on an 18 count Ada 2/1 full cross. Anyone would think this was my first video. Just, never mind. So that's what it's going to look like. So I'm working down here, the bottom of the snow globe. So I'll do whatever I can to fit into that Q-snap. But I love this one because I love the horse coming out. I think that's one reason. Plus I like snow globes, so I think that's why I picked it. But there we go. Well, that's that one. So that was game 1 done. And Toy Shop, I needed to do 120. So I'll show you Toy Shop in a minute, because Toy Shop gets done every one. Okay, so the second game was Sydney Thunders versus Hobart Hurricanes. Now, the Sydney Thunders got 181 runs and 8 wickets. Hobart Hurricanes got 182 runs and 4 wickets. So Hurricanes won. That was a pretty good game. Tiger, do you want to come and say hello? You haven't said hello for ages. I'll see if I can get him to say hello. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. You come and say hello? Oh, it's been ages since you've seen Tiger. He's a big boy now. He's going to get his claws tripped today. So he has been a little bit sick. He had a fur ball problem. He kept bringing up fur balls. But Nessa put me on to some nice biscuits that are supposed to help with that. It's the only get if you're going to start biting. Yes, he's in a biting phase again at the moment. He did stop there for a while, but I don't know whether it's because we've got so many people around that he just, I don't know, he just gets overwhelmed maybe. But yeah, he started biting again, so can only pick him up for a little bit before he starts. But never mind. Okay, so where were we? So Sydney Thunder, I was working on, well, I have signed Tiger for this one. So this is what this one's going to look like. I'll remember to show you this time. This one is, it's not very big, so it should be easy to, well, I say easy to get finished next year. This one is by Nessa. Nessa made this one up, and it's exclusive to Fun with Cross Stitch. Now, we do have all these for sale in the group page. We've got hair all up my nose now. So they are all for sale in the group page. You've only got to go on the group and have a look, choose which ones you want. Let me know and I'll get them sent to you. Payment is by PayPal. That way it's secure for everybody. So that's a bit of a plug at the same time. So that's Tiger. Now I needed, they got 181 runs, so I needed 362 stitches. Where is Tiger? So I got 370 stitches. Now, to start with, I was on 25.12%, and now it's brought it up to 27.05%. Now I'll put a photo up with it out of the Q-snap and where I've started. And this is where it is now. Now, I've only been working on this one colour 3865, which I find it very hard to find. No one in the shops have got them. But I did find one skein here, so I was lucky. So I've been working a bit on here, brought it up here. This is the edge of the pattern here. So when I pick this one up again, I'll probably just continue on this colour and finish, like do round the outskirts of the whole thing. I'm trying to just work where I put the Q-snap, and that way we can actually see the difference. But we'll see how we go with that one. But this one is done on 16 count Ada. This is a green one that I dyed myself. I am thinking about doing dyeing and starting to sell the fabrics. Not sure how many people would be interested, so if you'd be interested, let me know. I'll start off with getting some Ada, and then I'll go to even weave and all the others, depending on what people want. It's a thought. If you think you'd be interested in buying fabrics, I think they're nice. I'm not going to take it out of the Q-snap, but that's the green that I dye. This one's just an apple green. Yeah, if you think you'd be interested, let me know in the comments. Another bit of a plug. You got to put a plug in where you can. And that's just in a bag that I made myself. I was just experimenting with a flat bottom bag. So I don't think I done too bad. Quite like that one. It works out well for the small one. Okay, so keep digressing, but anyway, we'll get there. They played Hobart Hurricanes, and Hobart Hurricanes got 182 runs, so that means I have to do 364 stitches. Now, the one that I've assigned for them is Linfox truck. So this is hubby's truck. I told him not so much dirt next time. This is on one of his trips away. He's only got the one trailer there. I've already done one photo which has got 2 trailers. Now he's back in Darwin again, or Catherine, and he's doing 3 trailers, so I'll have another one to do very, very soon, I think. So this is just a photo he took. This is the truck he drives all the time, and I just charted it into a cross stitch. So for this one I needed 364 stitches, and I got 365. When I started, I was on 14.49%, and now I'm on 14.64%. There will be a photo of the whole thing out of the Q-snap so that you can see what it's like. And this is the part that I've been working on. Like I said, I've put the Q-snap in. I try and work in where I've put the Q-snap. So you can't see a lot, even though I've put in 365 stitches. More or less, it's just down here and going up here. So I'm just filling it in. So all you're going to see on this one is just fill in. So I'm just picking a symbol down here, running with it up here, running with it here, depending on where that symbol goes. So I'm just going to keep filling in. I did want to get as much dirt done as I can. Next year we will start doing some on the truck. Then I might just do like a couple of strands on the truck, one strand of brown. So I'm still working on both, but not just working on dirt and not just, I don't want to get all the truck done and then have all the dirt left. So I'm going to alternate next year, but this is what I'm going to be doing so far. For Big Bash, it's just going to be filling in here. Let's see what we can get done. When I did the other truck and hubby's trains, they only took me 6 months to do one. But that's all I was doing. It's a bit different now when I've got so many. Okay, so that's the second game done. The third game was Sunday night. Now, this is still the 9th of November. Sydney Sixers and Perth Scorchers. Now, Sydney Sixers was the mug sale, which I've already showed you that one. Now, Perth Scorchers was Christmas shoppe. They got 109 runs, so I needed to do 218 cross stitches. Christmas shop. Where's Christmas shop? Oh. I didn't get the cover photo out to show you. Never fear, I've got it now. Okay, so this is a Heaven and Earth design. I don't think I've been telling you that either. That's just one of those floss tubes today, I think. It's Ye Old Christmas Shop by Ciro Marchetti. So this is the one I've assigned for this one. This one, when I first started it, was fine. Started in the middle. And then I realised, hang on, that dog's very big. It's not going to fit. I think I've put it around the fabric around the wrong way. So I had to modify it. So I just took off, I think it was about 10 stitches at each side. So it's not going to make much difference. This one is stitched on 18 count blue Aida. And I really love this fabric. I don't remember where I got it from. Otherwise I would get it again. Or it could even be even weave actually. But it's a lovely fabric to stitch on. Okay, so I needed 218 stitches. Christmas, it was on 10.07%. I did 218 stitches and it's on 10.13%. There is a photo of the whole thing. So you can see how big it is and it's all open. And this is where we're working. Now I just picked a spot. I thought I would start on the bunny. So we're just going to get the bunny done if we can. So there's the part of the bunny ear. And he's watching. So he's got his lead. He's ready for a walk. Him being so big is what made me think it's not going to fit. So I had to measure it. And, well, you'll see on the photo that, yeah, it fits top and bottom. But I had to shave some off the sides. But that's okay. Yeah, so we're going to work on the bunny rabbit here. So I'll just keep going on his ear and then just continue on. So every time Perth Scorchers play, this is the one that I'll be bringing out. What do I do with your bag? There it is. I did make a couple of real big bags for these real big ones because of all the excess fabric. So this is a bag made out of fat quarter. So it's just got Pooh Bear on that, and then it's got, this is one of my early bags. I haven't got any interfacing in these ones. This was just one I made for myself before I realised interfacing would make it better. which I use now, which if anyone buys my bag, whoever buys my bag would realise that. Okay, so that was Sunday's games. And we go to Monday's games. So we had 2 games. Yes. We had Melbourne Stars on Monday and they played against Adelaide Strikers. Okay, so Melbourne Stars won again. They got 184 runs and 5 wickets. And Adelaide Strikers got 32 runs and 1 wicket. So that one got washed out as well. Now, because the Adelaide Strikers didn't get to play many overs, this one is classed as a no result, so no one won. But the teams get, hubby said they get 1 point each for the competition. But as for the actual game, no one won. So it's more or less a draw. But I'm still going to stitch for it anyway. So Adelaide Strikers was Merry Mischief. And I'll find that one. Don't you jump up, your claws are too sharp. There is Merry Mischief Makers. This one is by Zana cross stitch, I think it is, off Etsy. I really love this one. I wanted it done for Christmas, but I'm hoping Christmas next year, but still got my doubts, but we'll see. We will see how we go. Okay, so this one, they got 32 runs, so I only needed 64 stitches. So this one's an easy one to take photos of because I don't have to take it out of the Q-snap. Now, this one is on 1.45%. It's done on a Fairy Wear Boots by Colour Cascades. So I just worked on the belly, which 64 stitches, you won't see much difference. When I took this one, put it on the Q-snap, I thought, is it going to fit? So I measured it again and it says it's going to fit, so I'm hoping I haven't measured wrong. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'll get the 2 cats done, and then I'm going to go down and start this bow, work my way to the bottom, just to make sure it does fit properly. So I don't want to get too far and it doesn't fit. So that was that one. 64 stitches, not much to get into that one, but hopefully Adelaide Strikers will pick up their game and we'll see how we go. Tiger's just sitting on the floor now. Okay, so they played the Melbourne Stars, which I have assigned the Christmas Band Sampler, which is this one by Northern Expressions Needleworks. This was one we were doing as a sale. I'm doing it with Nessa, cross stitching with Nessa is her channel name. So we're just working our way down. We were going to do a band a month, but that sort of fell fell out of the way. So I'm down here. I've started this band. So we're getting there. Now this one, I will put up photos of the whole thing. This one, they got 184 runs. I need 368 runs. I'd be lucky to do 1 run. 368 stitches. There we go. Now I've only done 291 so far. So I'll show you where I've worked. It might be easier, yes. Oops. So there it is. So that's the whole thing. So where I've worked is I've done this band going all the way up here, all the way up underneath that one. So I did that band, and then I started these swirly bits. Now these are all done in Kryneck, and for people that work with Kryneck, it does get tangled if you do it too long. So I've only got to use short lengths, but we're getting there. We're getting there. But yeah, so I've still got about 77 stitches to go. So I'll get them ones done this morning after I take Tiger to his vet appointment. But oh, I just love this. I do have to go back and put in some specialty stitches here. There is a couple of specialty stitches in this one, I think. No, in this one. There's some specialty stitches here, but you've got to do a row of beads. So I need to put the beads in first to be able to position the specialty stitches where they need to go. So that one I'll have to come back to. But really loving this one. I might just put it back on there ready. Then it's ready to start again. So I'll continue on with this row and see how we go. Like I said, about 77 stitches is all I've got left to do. Okay, and the lucky last to show you is Toy Shop. This one is a Heaven and Earth design by Aimee Stewart. Now I'll put a full photo up of the whole thing so you can see how much I've done and how much I've got left to do. At the moment I'm working down on this elephant. I thought I would get the whole elephant done in this. Now I've chose to do this one for the wickets. That way, intentionally it gets worked on every day. But if I fall a little bit behind, then I'll do like the 2 lots in one day, which is fine. This one I've done 377 stitches on. Now I've only done it for the first 3 games so far. 40. No, 4 games. I've nearly done it for the 4 games. So this is where the starting point is. We do have a bit of a grubby spot, but it's going to get covered over. I've been doing this one since 2019, so the white is not as white as it should be. Well, it's a creamy colour, but it's still a bit grotty, but that's going to get covered over. It does stay in a bag, but it's just... I did this one, I started this one in 2019, so it's been going for a while. This is where I'm working at the moment. So this is the bottom corner. I thought I would just plug it in the bottom corner, do whatever I can in the Q-snap. So I'm going to be filling in the elephant, and I want to fill up this band as I go. I'm just going to fill in all the spots and just keep traveling. So this is a long-term project. This one is... It's on 55.07%. Trying to get it as close to a finish by the end of next year, which is 2026, so that way probably by June 2027, I'm hoping it will be finished. Now, I know I started in 2019, I'm only on 50% or 55%, but there was a couple of years that I didn't touch it. Just someone upset me with it, and I just didn't go back to it, but that's them. Okay, so I do have stats on this tracker that Nessa has made. So let's see. The Sydney Sixers runs made, stitches they done 112 runs, so I needed 224 stitches. I have done 231, so I'm 7 over for that one. Adelaide Strikers, they have done 32 runs, so I need 64 stitches. And I did the 64 stitches. Melbourne Renegades, they got 217 runs. I needed 434 stitches. No, that can't be right. Oh, that's right, because I've added in the next game, yes. Stitches done is 132 for the first game. Now I need 302 stitches left to do on that one, because I've actually put in Tuesday's game, but I haven't stitched for them yet. Hobart Hurricanes have got 182 runs, which is 364 stitches. That one I've done 365, so I'm 1 stitch ahead. Sydney Thunder, they've done 329 runs, which is 658 stitches. I've done 370. So I've got 288 stitches left to catch up on that one, because that's the one that was played yesterday. Perth Scorchers, 190. Perth Scorchers done 109 runs. I need 218 stitches, and I've done 218 stitches. Brisbane Heat, 133 runs. Brisbane Heat, 133 runs. I need to do 266 stitches. I've done 269 stitches, so that's 3 stitches extra. Melbourne Stars, they have done 184 runs, which is 368 stitches, and I have stitched 291 stitches, 77 left to go. That's the band sampler. And for the wickets, which is Toy Shop, 41 wickets have been taken, so that's 410 stitches. I've done 377 stitches, and I've got 33 left to go. Now that is adding up what I've done and the games up to yesterday, which I will get stitching on them today. So today I have 302 for the Renegades, 296 for Thunder. So that's 302 on Breaking Free, 296 on Tiger, and I've still got to do 77 on the Christmas band. And then that will catch me up. And I still need to do 33 on Toy Shop. Then I'll be caught up. So, or in total, 3,006 stitches need to be done. I have done 2,317, and stitches to do is 689. So I've got 689 to do to catch up to the last game yesterday. Yeah, so it's a lot when I look at it that way, but thank you, Nessa, for doing this tracker. It's so much easier. I've just got to remember that when I've put the game in, if I've put the game in or if I haven't, because otherwise that could trip me up. But we'll remember that. I'll just put these projects back in the basket, and then we might do these fully finishes. I should have done them at the beginning, but give me 1 minute. That was easy. Okay, so we have 3 fully finished objects. Now I'll show you from the smallest to the biggest. The biggest is a big one, which when you see what it is, you'll realise why it's such a big one. This one is, got a dot on the screen. This one is Merry Christmas Owls. Now this one is done, this one was a stamped kit. So this one will go behind me when I do my Christmas setup. But this one I think only took me a couple of weeks. But I love this one. This was my birthday start. Loving it. So I just put it in a frame that I got from Big W, which is like a Walmart or, what's the other one? Like a Walmart in America. There is another one, but I can't think of the name. Joann's. So, yeah, so I just got that one. Framed that one. I can't remember who this one is by. But this is the tigers that I did. So I fully framed this one. I know it's not centered. I realised that after I put it in. But that's okay, I can fix that. But I just wanted to get him in the frame. And I think this frame really goes well with the fur. The fur makes it look so real. I finished this one last year. Don't think it was this year. The Merry Christmas one that I just showed you, the owls I did, but this one I think was last year's finish. I just love this one. When I get close to a finish, then I just get stuck in and get it done. Okay, so this one is a big one. Let me move my chair. So this one is, let me just see if I can get it all in. Let me just move this chair a bit more. Didn't think I'd have to go so far back. But there we go, so we don't get too much glare. This is Australia map by Artisy. Hope you could hear that. Australia map by Artisy. And it's done on 18 count Ada. But yeah, a bit of a glare, but not much I can do about that. And Tasmania at the bottom. Now this is just another frame that I got from Big W. It's very hard to buy a frame for this, something this size, without getting it professionally done. But getting that professionally framed here in Australia would cost mega dollars. So I try and frame them all myself. So far all the ones that I've got here I've framed myself. So I'm quite happy with them. So that's the 3 FFOs. The last one I have is haul. Now, if you watched my plans video, you'll know that I'm going to be starting Northern Expressions Needlework Twisted Rainbow Sampler next year. That's one of my new starts. This is to go with the Christmas sampler this year. Now, it's stitched, I'm going to be stitching it on a 32 count charcoal. Pretty sure it's called charcoal. So it's a 32 count charcoal. It's not a linen, it's an even weave, or pretty sure it's an even weave. Or a Lugana. And what I did, I already had that, but what I did, I got all these, all the cottons. So these are all dinky. Thought they'd do all this one in dinky dyes. So this is Outback. What we might do is show it on here. This is Outback. Nice yellow with a bit of fleck through it. This one is number 49, Tropical Sunshine. As you can see, I don't normally do this part here. Keep dropping them. That's a beautiful goldy colour. 165 Lemon Myrtle. Another yellowy colour. And then we have 172 Wattle. So they're the yellows. I actually get a pop on there, I think. And then we have some greens, which is 109 Peridot. Oh, that's going to look lovely on there. We do have another green, which is 121 Bickley Valley. There's not a great deal of difference between them, but this one's variegated by the looks of that. So that's that one. Then we go to a darker green, which is 108 Binder. I'm just really loving these on there. I think they're going to look quite good. Can't wait to start it. 234 Bermuda. That's coming across a blue. Doesn't look like a blue in person, but it's coming across blue. So we'll hold them ones down there for a minute. 110 Violet. That's a nice purple. 157 Claremont. Just a different bit of a shade. 56 Hardenbergia. Weird names for some of them, but number 90 Orchard. I just love the colours. I don't normally do all dinky dyes because they're so expensive. It cost over $100 for all of them, but I suppose that's not too bad. Normally do DMC or CXC, but I thought splurge on this one. 169 Brambleberry. 235 Wild Strawberry. 131 Desert Pea. So they're beautiful colours. 107 Turquoise. I really do think they're all going to pop once they're all together. 117 Ginger Lee. So they are beautiful colours. Oh, and 134 Shark Bay. Now, if we put them all here, I really do think they will pop. So I have all them ready. It's just a matter of when it gets called. I do have, I'll show you this as well while we're going. There are scissors needle minder, which I got from Nessa. So that's going to be staying on that one. Now, while the big bash is going, I'm sticking to the 9 whips that I have chosen. 8 teams. So there's 8 different whips there, and then Toy Shop for wickets. So that will be staying like that. Once Big Bash is finished, which is 25th of January is the last game for Big Bash. Once that's finished, I will be spinning a wheel, and whatever spins on that wheel, whether it's an existing whip or whether it's a new start, that's how I'll be starting them. That way it's not a hard choice. I don't have to sit there and think, no, which one do I want to work on, because I want to work on all of them. So I thought I'll put them all on a wheel and the wheel can choose for me. I think that's it since I've seen you last. Oh, I did do some diamond painting, but I could show you that. Pretty sure I'm pretty sure I did tell you that I got a tissue box. A tissue box with a tiger on it. So I haven't done it all. I've done this piece, which is one of the side pieces. So that part's done. I will get stuck into this now that everything's back to normal. I did another side, like an end piece. And then I've done another end piece. So I've got the 2 end pieces done and 1 side piece. So I've got 1 side piece left to go. And then I've got the top. And that's the base. So once I get some more done on that, I will show you again. Yeah, I just found it on Temu. Wasn't looking for it. It just popped up when I think I put in tigers to see when I was doing the cross stitching, looking for more charts. That turned up, and it's diamond painting. So I thought, yeah, I'll give that one a go. So I got that one. Well, that's about it for now. Like I said, I did 9 whips, 7,676 stitches. Now I can't just show you everything that I'm going to do this fortnight because it depends on the Big Bash. So what I will do is I've got Toy Shop to get stitches into. I have the band sampler to get another 77 stitches in. Sydney Thunder, I have Tiger, which I need to do another 288 stitches, and Breaking Free needs another 302 stitches. So they're the three that I will be working on, 4 that I'll be working on today. or yeah, try and get all that done today. So it's 302, 288, 77.33. So it's only 689 stitches. We'll see how we go today, because I've got to take Tiger to his vet appointment, and we'll see what I get done after that. And then we have another game of cricket on today, so that's on this afternoon. I think it starts about 2:40. I think I'll have to double check that. So, but there is a game played today. Pretty sure it's only one. Let's have a look. What's today's date? The 12th. Yes, we have Brisbane Heat and Perth Scorchers today. So that will add stitches to Brisbane Heat is Sewing Cats. So I'll have to work on Sewing Cats again. And Perth Scorchers is Christmas Shop. So I need to put more in the Christmas Shop. So Christmas Shop, oh, Christmas Shop is up to date. So it works out well. So I'll work on these ones that I need to catch up on today, and then ready for Christmas Shop and Sewing Cats. Ready. And Toy Shop again, because we'll get more wickets. But really, at the moment, I'm really loving the swapping charts or whips. It is interesting. I suppose not so much you don't get bored, but you get to stitch on different things. Okay, you might only put, say, 120 stitches in something, and then you put it away and get another one. But over the period of time for Big Bash, it's still going to add up, because they play about 16 games each. So it's going to get touched about 16 times over the Big Bash competition. So when you work it out, you're going to touch it a fair bit, and there is going to be a difference. That's why I took a full photo of before, and I'm going to compare that to when I'm finished. So I will edit it and put in the photos. I do have them all sitting there waiting, ready to be put on. So I'll make sure I do all that. And then you can see Tiger in there as well, because he's sitting on Breaking Free. But he's sitting well. He's not sitting where I can't see my stitching. He's sitting above it, so he did well on that one. So I think that is it until I come back. So today's the 12th. What I might do is, because I'm doing Big Bash, I might do weekly videos for while the Big Bash competition is on. Yeah, that's what I might do. And that way I can tell you about each game as it comes along. Otherwise, that's going to be a lot of games to try and catch up on, to tell you. So, yeah, I think I'll do it weekly, just while Big Bash is on. And we'll see how that goes. If you like the weekly videos, I'll keep doing them. If you want me to go back to fortnightly videos, I'll go back to fortnightly videos. So we'll see how we go. Don't forget, if you're interested in fabric, let me know. If I get enough people that are interested in, then I'll start dyeing my fabric and selling that as well. I love doing it, so I don't mind. It's easy to get around here, so I can get the fabric. I've got all the dyes. So not a problem. So just let me know in the comments. That's about it now. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep waffling on about anything and everything. Yeah, so that's it. I will see you in a week's time. So next Wednesday, I will be back again and see how much stitching I've got done. So I hope you all have a good stitchy week. Enjoy stitching for the Big Bash if you are stitching for it. It's just another lovely game to stitch for, and just gives you something to aim towards. Like I said, might not be many stitches to start with, but you can set your own task. I was going to be doing it 1 stitch per run, but after the first couple of games I thought, no, 2 stitches. I'll up it to 2 stitches. I'm not going to up it anymore, because I know when the men play, they play pretty good, so they will always get around the 200 mark. So I'll just leave it at 2 stitches and 10. I do 10 stitches per wicket for Toy Shop, so that's going to really boost that up. Okay, I'm waffling again. I will see you in a week. I'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing. I hope to see you in a week's time. Thank you. Bye for now.